RoadCraft, a game that your main goal is to get things up and running again. You have to connect the electricity, build roads or bridges, or deliver cargo. The thing about this game is you're not going to do one or two activities in this game. There are many different things to do. The progression system of this game is a bit different from SnowRunner. This game has more of a linear progress. You complete a mission, then you go for the next one, and then the next one, and so on. Even the maps are like that. Yes, in this game, we don't have regions, we have maps. And in order to go to the next map, you need to complete the main goals of the previous maps. So you cannot skip a map in RoadCraft. On top of that, even the progress you make in one map is very linear. It's kind of like the map is divided into 3 sections. You start from section 1, you complete the missions, then you go to the section 2, and then the section 3, and then the map is finished. So the progress system in this game is not like SnowRunner at all. It's very linear. Basically, Kelly tells you what to do and you do it like a good boy. This progression system is very simple and straightforward, which is good for beginners and people who just wanna casually play the game. But for people who wanna be creative and do the missions their own way, it's really not that good. It kinda ties you down. For example, you could build a very good road on your own at a very great spot. After some time, a mission appears and it's telling you to build a road exactly where you have already built one. Now you have to build a road on top of your old road. So the game really stops you from being creative and do things in your way. Now, one of the greatest things about this game is the environment. The environment of this game is really good. It's packed with many things and items, and it has so much depth, and you see different things in the world of RoadCraft. As I've already said, your goal is to get things up and running. The fact that everything you do matters, every road and bridge you build helps you, and you see the impact of your work is an absolutely fantastic thing. Not only the changes you make your job easier, it changes the way the map looks too. Seeing the impact of your work is a very cool thing. And you get these really cool cutscenes and building transformations, which is another really cool thing. Driving experience and the driving gameplay is a bit weird. If I compare it to a SnowRunner, it's worse and better at the same time. Driving vehicles feel good, especially at higher speeds. Unlike a SnowRunner, you don't lose the control of your vehicle at all. But I have to mention this. The gearbox system in RoadCraft is just sad. It's insanely bad. You basically have zero control over the gearbox. You have only automatic and low gear. That's it. And on top of that, the gearbox system in this game is very confused. It shifts gears slowly, goes to the wrong gear and making your truck stop. The gearbox system in this game is just very bad. Now, I need to mention this: if you want to play this game only for the driving part of it, don't do it, since it's not a simulator and it's not very realistic. Now for the things you operate: cranes, dozers, cable layers, and more. The thing I like right now is they added different types of controls for the crane. You can choose the one you like more. The crane control is not really that bad right now. You just have to get used to it. The thing I don't like is why different cranes have different buttons for doing the same thing. It's very confusing. Overall, operating vehicles in RoadCraft is not that bad, but it's not that good either. For some of the things like dump trucks, you don't have much control over the vehicle. And the crane, especially the stationary cranes that use a cable to attach the cargo, they are buggy. Sometimes increasing or decreasing the cable length is not working, and sometimes you cannot lift the cargo because of that. Now for the vehicles in this game. You can't change anything about them. If the truck you just purchased is a dump truck, then it's a dump truck and dump truck only. You can't change the add-on of the vehicles. But some vehicles have different variants. For example, there is a dozer version of this vehicle, there is the cargo truck with blade, there is the log forwarder variants. So it is the same vehicle, but you can use it for different things. Now, keep in mind you have to pay for each truck. Once for the log forwarder, once for the cargo truck with blade. You have to buy every single of them individually. I personally like the idea of having to choose a different truck for different activities, but also I like the freedom to choose what truck I want to use for what activity. One thing I really want to mention, which is very important, in this game we have many vehicles but also many different activities, and each vehicle is for a different activity. So it means that this game right now doesn't have enough vehicles for each activity. For example, we have one truck that has a cable crane and a cargo bed, which is the Mule T1. And we have only one light vehicle transporter, which is the Step Pike. Because you have to use the same vehicles all the time, things could get a bit boring. Now, we said each truck in this game is for a different activity. Now let's talk about the activities. First, we have many of them. There are a lot of different things to do. Scouting, delivering cargo, pouring sand, flattening the sand, building bridges, harvesting trees, connecting electricity, and things like that. There are plenty of things to do in this game. Now, this part of the review is the most important part. This game is very time consuming. Incredibly time consuming. Sometimes it could take 2 hours to complete one mission, since there are many things you need to fix in order to complete that mission. So being time consuming is not necessarily a bad thing. It mostly depends on the player. But I would say this game is really not for solo players. Yes, you can complete everything as a solo player, but since you have to do everything yourself, things sometimes could get very repetitive, especially recycling debris and taking care of that awful AI, which we get to them after this. All the activities in this game are kinda cool, but since you have to do so many of them and each of them take a long time to complete, for a solo player, it could feel a bit overwhelming and repetitive. So I strongly recommend to play this game with friends, unless you just love the idea of RoadCraft. Now, the number one thing I don't like, the AI fleet of yours. I thought the AI was supposed to make things easier. They make it harder. You have to babysit the AI trucks all the time. They always get stuck. On every single thing on this map, they get stuck. One time, my AI fleet got stuck on this one rock, and they took this rock from the bottom of this hill all the way to top of this hill, and every single of them got stuck on this one rock like 7 times. One thing I really don't like is these AI trucks use the worst trucks in the game. Trucks with no deflog and no all-wheel drive. When they use better trucks, things are so much better. I wish there was a way to upgrade your AI fleet so they have better trucks and they are not the pain of your existence. So for the conclusion, the idea of RoadCraft is very good. Playing this game and the feeling of changing the map and fixing things is very, very cool. The fact that you have many different activities is another great thing. But this game is really time consuming and it could get repetitive for solo players. And the game has some problems, as I mentioned in this video. And in my opinion, this game is incomplete. There are many things that are just missing in this game. You can't turn off or on the engine. There is no nighttime. You cannot turn on or off the headlights. If you pour sand somewhere you didn't want to, you cannot get rid of it. The driver you have is not really a driver. It's a passenger. He's not doing anything. And the AI trucks don't even have a driver. And you really don't have enough trucks in this game. Like anything you want to do in this game right now, you have to use Mule T1 and Mule T1 and Mule T1. So basically, you have to use one truck for the whole game, and there is no fuel consumption system or damage system. To be honest, I think not having fuel consumption system is a good thing. A fuel consumption system makes the game even more time consuming. Now, if you ask me, should I play RoadCraft or not? If I'm being honest, if I tell you as a friend, I would say don't play this game right now. Wait for a couple of updates, wait for more things to be added in this game and some problems getting solved. Especially if you are a solo player. If you want to buy this game to play with friends, I would still say wait for a couple of updates. If you are really eager to play this game, go ahead, it's not a bad experience. But I think RoadCraft has so much potential, and in a couple of updates, we could get so many things and the game would feel way better. So my opinion, wait for a couple of updates. And that's it for today's video. I see you in the next one.